lost his job for fighting, and he came to me crying, saying that
Your Honor, that's not even the
wanted
same
me
time.
back.
Mr. Torres.
During that time.
Mr. Torres.
Yes.
Do I look to you like I run my shop?
Yes.
Love turned violent. Judge Judy returns in a moment.
No, I cannot believe you trying to make this out to be me, okay? It's not me, it was you.
This is number 42 on the calendar in the matter of Butler versus Torres. Let's see.
Miss Butler and Mr. Torres, I've read your complaint, and I've read your answer, sir. From what I gather from your papers, the two of you were involved in a long and tumultuous relationship. Moved in and out with each other several times. You have children?
Yes.
3 children? Is that right?
Yes.
And that relationship finally ended after there was an assault. You were injured, and you say that Mr. Torres destroyed some of your property.
Yes.
Your Honor?
Yes.
I'm not sure about what she's claiming I destroyed as far as her property. That's why we're here today, I guess.
Well, you admit you assaulted her, sir.
Yes.
And that matter is being handled in the criminal court.
Right.
Were you convicted in that matter?
No.
You were not?
Not yet.
And you've had no trial?
No.
Tell me when the two of you met.
Excuse me, didn't you go in and claim guilty and you start your time tomorrow?
I pleaded
6
no
months?
contest, and that trial will be held tomorrow in a civil.
You
have to
pleaded
turn-
no contest?
Right.
You have to
Which
turn
means-
yourself into jail.
Just a second. You pleaded no contest, which means that you pled guilty, sir.
Well, basically,
Mr.
yes,
Torres.
I plea bargained with the DA as far as...
Mr. Torres,
Yes.
I'm very smart. Now, let's start with that premise, sir.
Okay.
A no contest plea means that you pled guilty. There will be no trial. Am I correct?
I haven't been sentenced then, Your Honor.
That's
I
a different
misunderstood.
story. You may not have been sentenced yet. Were you told what the sentence was going to be, sir?
Yes.
And what was the sentence?
Jail time, fine,
How much jail
restitution.
time?
They told me 160 days.
180 and 6 months, 5 years probation.
All right. So you're going to be serving 180 days in jail. What kind of restitution were you ordered to pay in that case, sir?
I don't understand. I don't know. I have no idea.
You have no idea yet?
No.
Okay. And that was for assaulting Miss Butler.
Basically, yes.
How long did you two live together?
1 year as of the 22nd of this month.
And you lived together with your children?
Yes. We had a rental together, a rental house, and we lived there until April. And April 15th, he came in and said I had to move out and be gone that day, and threw paint all over my couches and then my clothes into the paint.
Your Honor,
And that's
I
not
have a
true.
police report right here
Well,
from
the police report was something that you made. You made the police report alleging the damage.
Right.
And how much do you allege that damage was?
I'd say $1,500.
Okay, and that was as a result of paint?
Yeah, he threw it all over my couches
Your
and
Honor,
my...
I did not throw that paint on that couch. That was an accident when we were moving those couches out of that house. She left an open can in the middle
Not
of the
true.
room.
Well, let me tell you this, Miss Butler. In your complaint, you do allege that the spilling of the paint can was an accident.
Yes.
You say
It
that
was.
after
But then he threw my clothes into the paint to
Your
absorb
Honor,
it.
that's not true.
And it was
That's
all
not
my
true.
brand new clothes my sister just bought me.
What was
That is
this
not true.
argument about back in April?
Okay.
Because I was gone to the valley to take my sister to the airport too long.
What was the argument about, sir?
Your Honor, we had given notice to the owner of the house because I was waiting for escrow to close on a house that I was purchasing.
What were you mad about?
We started arguing because when I got back to her house that day, I assumed she was using drugs that day, and I asked her about it.
Just a second. What made you assume she was using drugs that day?
Because she's had a bad habit of smoking marijuana, and we were both trying to solve our problems, and that, to me, that wasn't solving the problem.
Well,
But
let me
on the
ask you
other
this
hand,
question.
She was
She
mad
says
at the fact
she's-
that she was mad at the fact that we had to move out.
She says that you were using drugs. Were you using drugs, sir?
We were both using drugs.
What kind of drugs were you both using?
We were smoking marijuana.
In the house?
Yes.
Where were the children when you were smoking marijuana?
Not around.
What do you mean, not around?
When they were visiting their dad.
Are you telling me, Miss Butler, that you never smoked marijuana while your children were sleeping in their rooms?
No.
Did he?
No, I wouldn't. No, we never did drugs around my children.
Your Honor, that's not true.
Okay, so you had this argument over the paint, and with the paint spilled, and let us assume he tried to sop up the
Your
paint,
Honor,
is what you're saying, with your
my
clothes.
leather jackets and my brand new clothes my sister had just bought me.
Okay, you had an argument in April, and during that argument, a can of paint spilled, and according to you, he took some of your clothes and sopped up
my
the paint.
couches were involved.
Well, the couches may have been involved, but even according to you, that was an accident that the paint spilled. Is that right?
If he wasn't throwing them around like a football player all through the house.
Well, that's not what you say in your complaint,
that's
madam.
not true.
You say in your complaint that he accidentally spilled the paint, and he was sopping up the paint that he spilled using your clothes, which was not a nice thing.
Right.
But that's what you allege in your complaint. So let's try to stick to the facts.
Okay.
Now, what I don't understand is after you had this major argument where he sopped up the paint with your clothes and you were really arguing loudly with each other, he left, but then you moved back together again. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
Because he lost
Do you
his,
see my eyes? I'm looking at her.
Right.
Why?
Sorry.
I'm trying.
he lost his job for fighting, and he came to me crying, saying that he...
Your Honor, that's not even the
wanted me
same
back.
time.
Mr. Torres.
During that time.
Mr. Torres.
Yes.
Do I look to you like I run my shop?
Yes.
Love turned violent. Judge Judy returns in a moment.
No, I cannot believe you trying to make this out to be me, okay? It's not me,
Miss
it
Butler.
was you.
She loved him. He beat her. Now she wants to get even.
So he came back to you.
Yes, and he said that, he wanted me back, and he was, done with all his usage of partying, and he
So he
had
begged
made
your
a
forgiveness.
mistake. Yes, he begged my forgiveness.
And you took
I
him
went-
back.
And I went back.
That was very foolish of you.
Well,
You know
under the
that.
circumstances of what I gave up, I've ruined my credit from moving out on my 6-month lease. And my children and me are homeless right now because of everything that I put on the line for him.
So you moved back with him.
She moved in with me.
I said. She
Into
moved.
this new house that he said that if we got together, we would...
Now let's get to the assault. The assault took place in this new house?
Yes.
Yes.
She was living there a total of 3
These are
weeks.
pictures. And,
You have pictures of what
yes,
you look like?
And this is the police report.
I'd like to see the pictures first. Show them to Mr. Torres. Show the photographs to Mr. Torres. Mr. Torres, why don't you tell me why you assaulted her? You admit that you punched her in the face and that her lip broke.
She was the violent one. I mean, earlier that day we were fighting, and I left the residence. She was assaulting me. So
How was she assaulting you, sir?
She was hitting on me. She was hitting me, scratching me,
Not
tore my
true.
shirt off my back.
Not true.
You know it's the
Not
truth. She
true.
knows
Go ahead.
the truth. Well, anyway, I returned around 10:30 that evening, and we started fighting again. She attacked me.
Well, look, let me hear about this fight, because that's
Okay,
really what
well,
we're here about. We're really
Right,
here
we
about
were
compensation for this assault.
We were wrestling on the floor. I managed to make it to the phone.
Who
I called
started this
911.
wrestling?
She did.
He walked into the house, and I was laying on the bed. It's 10:30 at night. I've got 4 kids there.
Which
One's
4?
my nephew and the 3 children. And we're laying on the bed. He walks in and screams, "Get the out," to my children. And I said,
Your Honor,
"Hey,
that's
don't
not
talk to
true.
my kids like that."
Your Honor, that's not
And he
true.
came over and he sat on the bed and he started pinching my leg really hard. And he looked me in the face with anger, and I slapped him and I said, "Hey, what's your problem?" And that's when he started going off on me, closed fist. And he hit me 15 to 20 times. I
Your
had
Honor,
lumps
that is
all
not
over my
true.
head.
Your Honor, that
I
is
got
not
taken away in
true.
an ambulance,
That is not
Ray.
true, April.
Okay.
You
Oh, it's
know
okay,
that.
Ray. It's
You
okay.
know that. She knows that ain't true. I mean, I made the worst mistake of my life hitting her, and I am truly sorry for that.
Well, then, if you're truly sorry for it, I mean, you did injure her, correct?
Yes, I did. And
Not just injured me. My children, they have nightmares.
I've
Well,
done
Miss
more for your
Butler,
children
Miss
than their
Butler,
own
let me
father
tell you
has.
something. I read your papers, and the person I'm most sympathetic with, the people I'm most sympathetic with, are your kids, because it seems to me that out of love, affection, need, or whatever, you allowed yourself to remain in a situation that was not only good for you, but was terrible for your children, and you kept them like a yo-yo. You kept bringing them back and forth
Right.
and back and forth. I mean, you know.
And I just want to make their life right now.
Your Honor,
Yes, sir.
Since this incident, she's returned to my address 3 times. We've had consensual sex on 14th, 15th, the 19th of August.
Miss
She
Miss
still
Butler,
comes. She
Miss
came by
Butler,
Friday.
Miss Butler, I'm going to just ask, and I want you to answer me honestly. Is that true?
No, it's not.
Your Honor, she is
No,
lying.
it is not.
I
It
can't
is
believe
not.
you. I
You
cannot
no,
believe
I
you're
cannot
lying.
believe you trying to make this out to be me. Okay, it's not me.
Miss
It was
Butler.
you.
Miss Butler, you have a responsibility that's far greater than the responsibility you have for yourself.
I've taken
Your
that.
responsibility is to your children.
That's right.
And you have not, quite frankly, at least during the past year, put your children's welfare before your own social happiness. Now, you may have made a bad judgment when you picked this guy, but that would be your judgment if you were alone, if you didn't have kids. You have kids, and you really have to be more careful in the future about what you subject your children to. I think you understand that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, as for you, Mr. Torres, there is
I
no
trusted
question.
him.
Shh. There's no question that you assaulted her. I've seen the photographs, and they look pretty abysmal. The criminal justice system has already taken care of that part of this case, but there is a civil liability that you have for that assault, and that's part of her claim today.
Right.
I do believe that you did damage some of her property when you try to sop up this paint on the ground, but I don't think that that's really the gravamen of this complaint. That's not really the heart of this complaint. The
that's
heart
right.
of this complaint is the injury that you caused her on that date.
And my children.
Well, no, you're both responsible for that.
Yeah.
You're
And her
both
children didn't
responsible.
see a thing.
You're both responsible for
did.
that. Folks, you're still fighting. Put a period. Your relationship is bad news. It's destined to do nothing for either one of you, especially for you, Miss Butler, and certainly will do nothing for your children. One more note before I end this case and give you my final judgment. I don't believe either one of you when you say that you weren't using drugs in the house when the children were there.
It was in the
Based-
garage.
Well, first they were with their father, now it's in the garage. Miss Butler, I don't believe that you weren't using drugs when the children were in your custody. Children learn at the knee of their caregivers, whether that's you or the person you select to be a caregiver for the moment, and that's him. And if they learn at the knee that those things are okay, you're going to have a lot of trouble with your kids in the future. So I think that that's a part of your life that you really ought to put a period to.
I will. I
Okay.
will.
You are responsible for civil damages, sir, as a result of the assault on her, and I'm awarding her damages in the amount of $2,500 for that assault. That's all. Case is over.
Parties are excused. Step out, please.
A toxic romance, a brutal betrayal, and a courtroom confrontation where the truth is finally dragged into the light. When love turns violent, who pays the ultimate price? Today we look at the case of Butler versus Torres, a story of how one last chance almost ended in a tragedy. Miss Butler and Mr. Torres walked into the courtroom carrying the heavy baggage of an unstable on-again, off-again relationship. They had lived together for a year with 3 innocent children caught in the crossfire. The cracks in their foundation first showed during a forced eviction. Tensions boiled over into a bizarre property dispute where Mr. Torres took Miss Butler's brand new clothes and used them to mop up spilled paint. But ruined clothing was just a symptom of a much darker reality lurking beneath the surface. As the questioning deepened, the courtroom fell silent. Both parties admitted to substance abuse. Miss Butler tried to downplay the situation, claiming the children were never around during those moments, but the judge wasn't buying it. She meticulously broke down their shifting stories, exposing a chaotic and dangerous environment that no child should ever have to witness. Despite every glaring red flag, Miss Butler made a tragic choice. She took him back after he tearfully begged for forgiveness. That decision led to a horrifying night. What started as a late-night argument exploded into a brutal assault. Mr. Torres struck Miss Butler repeatedly, leaving her with severe injuries that required emergency medical care. In court, Torres tried to deflect, claiming he was provoked. But the facts were undeniable. He had already pleaded no contest in criminal court and served 180 days behind bars. The most emotional moment didn't come from a confession, but from the bench. The judge delivered a blistering reality check to Miss Butler, reminding her that her ultimate responsibility is to her children, not her chaotic romantic life. By repeatedly subjecting them to this instability, the court noted she had failed her most vital duty as a mother. Justice was swift. The judge held Mr. Torres fully accountable for the physical attack, ordering him to pay $2,500 in civil damages. 2-2-2-3. The gavel has fallen, but the warning remains. In a toxic romance, the innocent always pay the highest price. If this story moved you, hit that like button and subscribe for more courtroom breakdowns. What do you think of the judge's final words? Let us know in the comments below.